Namaste, shalom, hello, hi guys. Welcome to my channel, everyone. So today's topic is about who, um, who are the Muslims worshipping. Is it Allah? Is it Messenger Muhammad? Or even worse, is it the scholars, the imams, the mullahs? Who are they really following? Because if we look at the Muslims, they are very much divided. Like they are Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi, Hanafi, all kind of Muslims. Not one, many. Then, because of that, there are multiple types of Islam. And no Muslim can hear this, what I'm saying, and then say, "You are wrong, India." No, I'm not. India Saraswati is not wrong when I say that. Why? Because there are these different groups of Muslims who call them either Sunni, Shia, Hanafi, Wahhabi, Ahmadiyya, and many more. And they all have different scholars, sheikhs, mullah, imam, who they are following. And that is the truth. It's a fact. Okay? And I will be doing a video on this. And I believe there is something similar when it comes to Christianity. I don't believe there is something similar when it comes to Judaism, but there is something division in the Christianity, in the Christian religion as well. They have this Protestants and another group, I think, as well. And I do believe that Jesus was none of that. I'm just making a point here. But anyway, in Islam, there are these different groups. So they are following who? Is it Allah? No. Allah does not give the Muslims permission to be divided in different sects. I will show you from the Quran. It's so amazing. It's ridiculous, but it's amazing. If someone has read the Quran, they would know this, that Allah does not permit the Muslims / the believers to divide themselves up. And keep in mind, I am not making this up. This is in the Quran. And I will very gladly show you what the Quran says. It is Surah 6, Ayah 159. It says, you can see the Surah here, okay? Surah 6, Ayah 159. It is the translation by Sahih International. It says, "Indeed, those who have divided their religion and become sects, you are not with them in anything. Their affair is only to Allah. Then He will inform them about what they used to do." Now, keep in mind, I will not read these brackets where it says Muhammad, because in the Arabic word, there is no Muhammad. I will read the Arabic as well as I can, but there is no Muhammad in the Arabic. It says, "Inna ullazina farraqu dinahum wa kanu shiya allasta minhum fi shay'in innama amruhum ila ullahi summa yunabbihum who or umu ha something like that, umuhu or something, sorry, and bima kanu yaf'alun. I think it's a fe here, yaf'alun. So there is no Muhammad in it, but they are putting Muhammad. Can you see it's in a way I would call it corruption. They are adding words in the Quran, in the translation, which nowhere did I read Muhammad in this Arabic sentence, right? This is kind of corruption. They are altering Allah's Quran, and then they're saying that the Bible is corrupted. You understand where I'm going with this, guys, as well? Now, this is not Allah's work. This is the mullahs, the scholars, or anyone who has translated this ayah. They have tried to corrupt it. Allah never said Muhammad in this ayah, but they are putting Muhammad in it. So anyone who wants to read and understand the Quran and wants knowledge, please keep in mind, do not take the bracket literally, because it is not in the Arabic. They have put it themselves there. All right? Keep that in mind. All right. So here I'm making a point, and Allah says, do not be divided. But the Muslims are divided. Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi, Hanafi, and I can hit it up for you on Google and you will see multiple. Let me do it for the fun sake. Let me show you different sects in Islam, of Islam. Let's look at it. So, this perfect religion. Ta 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 ta. Let me show it, guys. So the Muslims can see it, their beautiful Islam, what they have created. Not Allah, it is the Muslim themselves. It's not the West, it's not the Christians who have done it to the Muslims. Muslims have done it to themselves. You see different sects in Islam, namely the big ones: Sunni, Shia, Wahabi, Salafi, Barelvi, Sufi, and Deobandi. By the way, when I was Muslim, I didn't know about all these things. I didn't even know about Sunni and Shia. I just knew I was a Muslim until I reached the age of 18, 19. Then I realized. So, yeah, I was a Sunni Muslim at that point. Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi. So there are these, you see. And then if you go down, it says, there are more, by the way. There are also Ahmadiyya. It goes further. It says Sunnism, Shiism, Ibadism, Quranism, non-denominational Muslims, Mahadaviya, Ahmadiyya, Nation of Islam, and Sufism. Then we go to, here it is. Look, 73 sects. There are 8 main groups. Look, can you believe it? This is, I'm just trying to make a point here by showing you that how many groups there are. You see, in the name of Allah, the most beneficial. Okay. All of these. So many sects. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But the funny part is, or interesting part is, it doesn't matter which group of Muslims there are, sects of Muslims, they all follow the same Quran. The Quran is the same, all of them, but they have their own scholars, Mullas that they listen to. That is wrong, very wrong, my humble opinion. But if you ask them about the Hadith, which Hadith does a Sunni or a Shia or an Ahmadiyya follows, then there is a different territory. Completely different. Then they go after, no, we don't follow Sahih Muslim, or we don't follow Sahih Bukhari. Then starts the party, the jalebi, the mumbo jumbo, talk goes down the spiral. Then you have to listen to the mumbo. But the good part is, guys, anyone who's listening, they do follow the same Quran. They don't argue on the Quran. That is something they do argue, agree with. Not argue, agree with the Quran. They do agree there is this one Allah. They do agree upon Messenger Muhammad. But after that, it's a catastrophe. They believe in different. I would say, I will try not to go out of the discussion here, but if there would be a Khilafah tomorrow, they would hurt one another for the position. There would never be peace in the Muslim world. Why? Because they would one another, who wants the power, who is the right Khalifa, who is the right one to go, who is the right Muslim to have the position, right? So there you have, like, who are the Muslims following? Muslims very often, and I think it's just about people just in general, they want to follow somebody desperately. And in religion, they want to follow somebody they consider to be the right one, instead of saying, okay, where is the source? Where are these Muslim scholars getting their knowledge from? They don't, very often I feel people don't think for themselves. They don't think rationally. Instead of just think for themselves what is right and wrong by reading the book, they go and try to find a solution through somebody else because maybe it's easy. I have been following many Muslims on TikTok. There are some Muslims, and I'm going to invite them to my channel. I'm going to at least try. And I want you guys, the public who are watching me, listening to me, I want you to know from their perspective as a Muslim, who my guest Muslims, I will try to bring 2 of them, what they say about being a Quranist. and what do they feel and think about these scholars, as like Mufti Menk, Asim al Hakim, Zakir Naik. What is their opinion on them? Because we do need um, a Muslim's perspective on this, not just what I'm sitting and hearing here and saying. And some Muslims are maybe thinking, oh, she's full of it. India is just like, she's a non-Muslim, so that's why she's saying it. She's like a nobody. I mean, I can be a nobody for you, but for somebody, I may be somebody important. Many Muslims, they think I'm off track, like many scholars, and I'm going to show you a video. Now, keep in mind, whether I get a strike on my videos or not, I don't give a flying fluke about it, because I don't earn money through this. I don't give a rat's about it. So I will share videos with you. I will share stuff with you, because this is not a platform for me where I sit and share videos or tell you stuff online, because this is an earning platform for me. It's not. Far from it. Keep in mind, this is also a platform where I am here for you people, everyone, for Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, everyone. It's a platform where I share about anything and everything. It's a global type, but I speak from the heart. That is the thing. But I want you to see a video, guys. I want you to see from two very prominent scholars. One of them is Asim al Hakim, the other is Mufti Menk. I want the public to hear what these two very prominent scholars of Islam, they have to say about Muslims not following the hadith, how they look upon them. And Asim al Hakim is very harsh on this. And I really, really want you to see and hear their words. And I'm going to be showing you other. And of course, let me make it clear, there is a division as well in some sort of, you can say, in Christianity. And keep in mind, Christianity doesn't say divide yourself, like Islam doesn't say divide yourself, or to the priest divide yourself. So I'm going to show you that how certain people also have divided Christianity into something that it is outrageous, which it shouldn't be. So I'm going to show you different phases of different religions and stuff like that. But let's go to the video. Let me show you the one with Asim al Hakim. Let me see. Let me see if I can actually find. No, this is not the one. This is, I want to show you. Yeah, I will show you Asim al Hakim first. Let me see. So this, let me go and find it. I couldn't find it before, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe my channel, guys. I will be coming more often on this channel. So let me see here. Why can't I see this? Let me see here. Let me see if you can see this, what I'm seeing. Great, guys. Now watch it very carefully. Thank you, Indian. All right. There's a city from Germany. He's asking Asim al Hakim a question. Listen very carefully, guys. Thank you.
Says that there are people who, when you talk to them about haram things in the Sunnah, they reject it and they say, no, as long as it's not mentioned in the Quran, we do not believe in it. This is very dangerous. And
this is very dangerous if a Muslim doesn't believe in the hadiths beside Quran, the divine book of Allah. If you, as a Muslim, do not believe in a hadith, which is man-made beside Quran, 200 years after Messenger Muhammad's death, if you don't believe in those books, the hadiths, then it is dangerous. Why? Listen.
And such people risk being an apostate.
Did you hear? So any Muslim who is just Quranist, who wants to only follow Allah's book and he's loyal to Allah's laws, they are apostate. This is what this guy, this scholar is saying.
Depending on the degree of their rejection. If they say we don't believe in the Sunnah totally, and anything that is not in the Quran, we do not believe in it, these are kafir, disbelievers. Because
you see, they are kafir, disbelievers, because they
disbelieve in the Quran. So many
he's saying that you are disbelieving in Quran if you do not believe in the hadiths, because somewhere in the Quran Allah is saying follow the hadiths, but this is wrong, because he's going to give you a surah, but he's wrong in this.
Imbeciles. Wallahi, so many ignorant people that you feel so ashamed while speaking to them, feel so sorry for them. And they're so proud of themselves. Yes, we don't believe except in the Quran. The Quran is the word of Allah. Allah revealed it to Muhammad alayhi salam, preserved it. We believe nothing except in it.
Okay, we believe nothing but Allah's book, and he is calling them kafir because of that, because the Muslims believe only in the Quran, only what Allah has revealed. Imagine a Muslim speaking like this to and about another Muslim. It's remarkable, guys.
Excuse me, have you ever read the Quran? Oh, no, sorry, I don't know Arabic. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. And you're coming to discuss something of the principles of Islam, simply out of your whims and desires? Don't you know that in the Quran Allah says, وَأَطِيعُ اللَّهِ وَأَطِيعُ الرَّسُولِ, obey Allah and obey the Prophet.
Yeah, obey Allah and obey the Prophet ﷺ. But which Prophet? First and foremost. And Allah never said to any prophet that make up your own books, make your own rules. But the fact, only give what I give you, Allah said in the Quran. You have to give the people what I give you, Allah says, not what you think is right. There's a huge difference. That is one of the big problems that we see in the religion when people, they call themselves believers, they follow, especially the Muslims, they follow another book than the Quran. They follow how Muhammad used to do this, and Muhammad never narrated directly in the hadith anywhere. You will never see a hadith where Messenger Muhammad narrated. It's Aisha narrated and Abu Huraira narrated or somebody else. And this guy, this mullah scholar, is saying obey Allah and obey the Prophet. Well, Allah does say in the Quran that you have to obey Prophet Isa. Where is the hadith for Prophet Isa? There are no hadiths for Prophet Isa. You see, he is making it up. But yes, there is a surah and ayah that says obey Allah and obey the Prophet. But it never says which Prophet, guys.
How to obey the Prophet? How to obey Allah Azza wa Jal? First of all. So yeah, we have to obey Allah. How? So by reading the Quran, this is Allah's words. Good. How to obey the Prophet Alayhi Salam?
Why obey Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? You see, he is destroying, my humble opinion, he's destroying the full fact of what Allah is saying in the Quran. The prophets, the messengers were sent only to give the people on the ground a message. God chose certain people to give. They were messengers. They were supposed to give the message to the people, but not create their own laws. And this mullah is destroying the Islam itself. We don't need to do anything. I just need to show you.
By obeying the Quran, because the Quran was revealed to him. Excuse me, it's the same thing. Obeying the Quran, the Prophet is by believing in the Sunnah. So if you do not believe in the Sunnah and you say, no, music is not mentioned in the Quran. Wearing gold for men is not mentioned in the Quran.
Exactly. Listen carefully.
Doing this, doing that is not combining. Marrying a woman with her maternal or paternal aunt is not mentioned in the Quran. I can do that. And he keeps on saying rubbish. So What do you do with such people? Such people are apostates.
There you have it. You see? Can you see? So Allah and Muhammad, they're equal. You see? So he is basically, not I'm not making it up. He's making Muhammad equal to Allah. As one says, astaghfirullah, tawbah, tawbah, astaghfirullah. Seriously, as a Muslim, I used to say this is such rubbish to make Muhammad equal with Allah. Muhammad is nothing. Hadiths are nothing if Allah had not chosen Muhammad as his messenger, not prophet, as messenger. How dare the Muslims create a level for Messenger Muhammad to be exact with Allah? And there are 99 names for Messenger Muhammad equal to Allah. Now, is that not shirk? Now, that is called worshipping, according to me. Worshipping a person as much as you are worshipping your God. Because I have heard Muslims 99% of the time, Muhammad used to do this, I do these things because Muhammad did this, and Muhammad, where is your Allah? Where is your God Allah? Why don't you talk about him? Talk about my Allah has given me this, my Allah is amazing, my Allah, 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 Allah. No, you are all about, dear Muslims, Muhammad this, Muhammad that. I pray for Muhammad in my tasbih. When I pray to Muhammad as well in my prayer, because there is where you pray for the Rasul as well. In your salah, in your prayer. How can they do it? Isn't that shirk? Isn't that worshipping, idolizing? To idolize somebody is worshipping, ladies and gentlemen, whether somebody likes to believe it or not. You can go and hit it up. What does it mean to worship? When you have a book that you follow similarly with Quran, that is shirk, that is worshipping another being equal with Allah. You are making the Quran, which is a holy divine book, you are taking the hadith and saying, well, Quran is not enough. We need the hadith. And we need to know how to eat the food, whether we can wear the gold or not, whether we can poop the specific way, whether we can marry so many women, whether we can beat the crap out of them or not. All of these things, we need the hadith for. So you do mean that the Quran is not complete, Habibi. Listen, if Muslims want to follow the hadiths, it does mean the Quran is incomplete. Khalas. That is the reality, guys. Don't BS with me. If you need a man-made book, means you are claiming that Quran is incomplete. That is my humble opinion. Tada. You kind of bury yourself in this kind of sayings, by the way. I want to show you an article, guys. This is from a Quranic page. Literally amazing. Give me a sec. I want to show you the article, guys. I don't know, Diesel, what you're saying. Let me show you a very, very interesting article, guys. Hopefully you can see it. Great. There it is. And it says, why reject Hadith and Sunnah? It says here, you see, with so many followers of Islam using these sources, why do I reject them as a part of my religion? Okay. So this person is saying, very interesting, guys. For the first part of my answer, let's take a short look at the history of Islam as God gives it to us in the Quran. We know from verse 2278 that Ibrahim was used the term Muslims, And God founded Islam through Ibrahim. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Through Ibrahim. Yet we do not follow Ibrahim's hadith and sunnah. Indeed, instead, we follow the practices of the religion that God blessed us through Ibrahim and God's own words, the Quran, which he sent to mankind through Muhammad. Okay? Good. When I first became a Muslim, all I knew about was traditional Islam. So I began trying to become a traditional Muslim. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I tried to read the hadiths, which I had been told that I must read in order to understand the Quran. But this time I had been reading the Quran for about 5 years and it was clear and understandable to me. But when I read the hadith, I was totally confused. They made little sense to me, especially as they often contradicted each other. It wasn't until a few years later when a Muslim friend pointed out the following verses that the distinction between them became clear to me. Surah 39, Ayah 28 to 29. An Arabic Quran without any ambiguity, that they may be righteous. God cites the example of a man who deals with disputing partners, hadith, compared to a man who deals with only one consistent source, Quran. Are they the same? Praise to be God. Acha. Then in Surah, this one I have given so many times. Surah 6, Ayah 114 to 115. Shall I seek other than God as a source of law when he has revealed to you this book fully detailed? You see, the Quran is in full detail, guys. Hilarious, isn't it? And the Muslims go out of it. Those who receive the scripture recognize that it has been revealed from your Lord. Truthfully, you shall not harbor any doubt. The word of your Lord is complete in truth and justice. Nothing shall abrogate his words. Okay? He is the hearer, the omniscient. 12 Ayah 111. It says again, this is not a fabricated hadith. This confirms all previous scriptures. Then it goes further. 39:23. God has revealed herein the best hadith, a book that is consistent and points out both ways. These are God's revelations. This is Surah 45, Ayah 6. That we recite to you truthfully. In which hadith other than God and his revelation do they believe? You see, Surah 77, Ayah 50. Which hadith other than this do they uphold? So, God also tells us that if Muhammad had delivered other teachings beside the Quran, he would have been punished. Had he uttered any teachings, we would have punished him. We would have stopped the revelations to him. None of you could have helped him. This is Surah 69, Ayah 44 to 47. You see? And this is, let me give you the source of this. Let me go back. I will show you this in the comment section so you have it, guys. So I will show it so you also have this Trinity fully detailed. You know, that's why they look into hadiths, because they are fully detailed. So I'm not making this up, guys. So Muslims are doing a very good job destroying their own religion. I'm not doing it. I'm just showing you and asking you, what do you think? What do you think? And this is not Islamophobic, guys. This is not hateful speech. Keep your rubbish to yourself. Don't give this nonsense to me. I'm not going to buy this. I'm just going to remove you from my platform. Anyone watching, if you have a constructive things to say to me, wonderful. You want to be negative, you want to lie to my face and say this is not true, this is not blah blah blah, I'm going to bring a Muslim to the platform. At least I will try to go after two people I have found. So I'm going to bring them and I'm going to talk about just exactly what I have shown you on the platform today. I will bring these two scholars' videos and I'm going to ask him what he thinks about these scholars and what the work they're doing. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it right to be a Quranist? Quranist meaning following just the Quran? Is it wrong, right, wrong? All of these things. I will be talking with these Muslims. So even the Muslims can see that I'm bringing not a non-Muslim to the platform, but or and not even ex-Muslim, but a Muslim to the platform and to hear their perspective. Because I personally feel, my humble opinion as well, that one thing is I'm talking about Islam from this angle, by being not a Muslim. But remember, I have been a Quranist myself once. But to hear from a Muslim that when these things are being said by these scholars, what does this Muslim think? How does he perceive things when these scholars say these things? How does he feel about Islam today? And what these Muslims, these radical Muslims are doing, is this a part of Islam? Does he agree? So we have to hear from another angle as well. So it's not just from what I'm saying, but what they say. How do they feel what's happening around the world? Right? So it's not just how I think and perceive the world or the religion, or how you non-Muslims think, right? But how a Muslim thinks as well, and their opinion as well. So I'm going to bring some guests here. I'm going to try at least. And I have found them and I don't know them personally at all. I have never seen them before, but I find them to be interesting. So I would love to hear and have a discussion, a healthy, respectful discussion about even from Gaza discussion, what's happening in Palestine. Is it right? What does he think about it? And of course, from the Quran perspective as well, what I have been talking about today. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit the like button, guys. Subscribe and share the video. Thank you. And I will see you very soon again. And keep in mind, the videos are going to be more and more very often. The plan is that it's going to be one every day. It is a little bit not so after, exact days, but it will come more, every day, specific timings. It will be uploaded, not necessarily lives, but they will run like a premiere. So yeah, from around May month, it will be more kind of, you can say, regular. Okay. So bear with me for now. I am dealing with other things as well, and I'm literally with full hands. So you will see me more, every day here. So thank you, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Do give your comments in the comment section when this live is done. If you want some topic, once again, anyone who's watching, please give me, whether it's a political, it is a religious topic, it's a cultural topic, give it to me and I will try to fulfill your wishes. Thank you so much. Once again, I wish you all peace and love and healing. Take care.